many congratulations on winning the championship again. How does winning the championship this year compare with the other championships that you've won?
The first one with Manchester was great. This one is very important for the club after last season, and very important for myself, because I had a lot of things to prove this season.
Yes.
After the incident that everybody knows last year.
Of course.
So it was a lot of critics about myself. So no problem. So the critics can be very positive.
Yes, that incident, as you call it, in a sense, seems to have changed your life in many ways. I mean, it was an awful thing to happen at the time, and you got much criticized for it. But sometimes something really bad that happens like that turns out for the good. Is that how you see it in a way?
Yeah, I always try to put the things in that way.
Yeah.
I think we learn from everything, and a bad thing can be turned good thing.
Yes.
It's very difficult at the moment, but if we think about the future, we use it to put the future into the sun.
Mm-hmm. Tell us about the influence that Alex Ferguson had on you after the problems of last year. Tell us about him persuading you to stay at Manchester United. How much persuasion did that need at the time?
He just asked to me if I wanted to leave the English football, because he knew it was a very difficult time for me, and I just say no. But he didn't try to persuade me, because he knew it was a difficult time. He wanted me to stay. If I wanted to stay, I wanted to stay. So, yeah.
Can I ask you how close you might have been to not wanting to stay at that time? How close were you to thinking, I'm getting away from England and all this problem and the press and everything else, and I'll go?
I was close to sign somewhere else, because I didn't know if Manchester United wanted me to stay at the moment, because I received a lot of critics, and them too. So it was so I just wanted to stay.
You were, I think I'm right in saying that you were first influenced by Michel Platini to come to play in England. Is that right?
When he came to speak to me, I stopped playing football. I stopped for 2 months.
You quit. You decided to quit football. Yes,
yeah,
at the time. Yeah.
Quit it.
Quit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And after 2 months, I didn't want to play anymore, because I didn't want to play anymore in France or in Italy or in Spain.
And but Platini encouraged you, I think.
Yeah. So he came and he said, you must come back. You're young. I was 25 at that time, and I said, no, I don't want. He said, maybe England. What do you think? I said, yes, England, but in England it's very difficult to play for foreigner, because even if I played at that time maybe 25 times for France, I'm sure they don't know me. So it would be difficult to play there. But I had a chance.
Mm-hmm.
Leeds given me the chance.
Alex Ferguson was criticised for signing you to begin with. He knew more about it than the critics, obviously. But what did you feel about when you first went to Manchester United? Did you feel welcome? Did you expect to do as well as you?
No. When I arrived here, I felt it. Now I'm in a big club, a great club. All the players around me was so good, so great. But I knew I had everything to prove, and I didn't afraid about it. I'm very confident, always. I always have been like that. I'm sorry, but...
No, don't be sorry, it's good.
Yeah.
What about...
I'm not arrogant, like the people say. I'm just confident about myself.
Tell me about the technique of the players here. We're very self-analytical and critical in this country and say that our players don't have sufficient technique. What's your view on that?
I think the people who say that are wrong. Because what's the technique? Depends what the people think about the technique. Technique, for me, that's pass, control, pass, cross, the ability to score goals, the ability to tackle properly. And for me, the English players are the best. The best. But if you speak about entertainment, creativity, maybe they have to work more. But in terms of technique, I think they got everything.
When you train with Manchester United, how much do you still work on technique, and how much did the other players, work on technique? And do you influence their technique?
I don't know if I influence them. I just work what I feel I need to work. If I don't score a goal, if I miss chances, I will stay 15 minutes after training in front of the goalkeeper, ask to somebody to cross the ball to me and try to score. And because I'm not happy about myself and I want to improve it.
Yeah. Tell me about the cup final now. I would imagine that you will play much more freely, having won the league championship. Is that right? You'll play with more abandon, more freedom, perhaps.
Yeah, I think so. I think next season we lost in the final because we didn't win the league.
Last season.
Last season. We didn't win the league the week before.
Yes.
So next.
Mind you weren't playing.
Yeah, but it was my teammates. It was me. It's like a big family.
Yes. When Kanchelskis and Ince and Hughes left Manchester United, again, there was much criticism, said, well, Manchester United cannot win anything this season. How did you feel about that when those three very famous, respected players, when they left the club? What were your feelings about what might happen? Were you concerned?
I'm too optimistic. Optimistic or
Optimistic.
Optimistic.
Yeah.
I think I can win a game if I play only on my own against 11 players. So I'm not worried about nothing. But I respected them, and I still respect them because we had a lot great time together. And but the life it's like that. Before us it was a life. After us it will be another one.
But the young players who've come in have done a wonderful job.
Yeah, of course. But I think the most important season for them it's next season.
Can they maintain it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because after one season first, and you win the championship, maybe I think that's it. No. So the next season that will be the most difficult in their head, I think.
Yeah.
But they will under it, and we still win.
Recently, of course, you've been captain of the team. How much do you communicate on the field with the other players? When I watch you play, you seem to be, although you play with the players, obviously, but you seem to be an island. You're very composed on the pitch. I mean, how much do you communicate with the others? Because a lot of the Manchester players, they yell at each other all the time. You seem very quiet, sort of serene on the park. Is that a misconception on my part? Or?
Yeah, you may be right. Maybe sometimes I want to say something, but I cannot find the word. I need time to find the word. In football, you have to think very quickly. So that's maybe the reason. I don't know.
Let me ask you about France, playing for France. Now, we've got Euro 96 coming. Will you be part of this, do you think? Do you expect to be? Do you want to be?
I need holiday. Everybody needs holiday after a long season in England. We've got it's Champions League next season, so the people who will play in Euro Championship will be tired, I think, next season, like they was after the World Cup last season. It's always like that. Milan wasn't champion, Barcelona wasn't champion, Manchester United too. So yeah, after the World Cup, it's very difficult. After the European Championships, it will be the same. And I think the next very important part of Manchester United, it's the Champions League next season. we all want to win it. Important for English football, important for us, important for everybody. If you don't win it, the people will forget us easily. Just if you just win in your country, you're not credit.
So what you're saying to me is that it's to Manchester United's advantage if you don't play in Euro 96.
I think all the players who will not play in the European Championship will get an advantage.
Yeah.
But if I play, I will be happy. If I don't play, I will go on holiday and I will be fit next season.
And how do you see life after that, or do you not look very far ahead? How do you see? Would you?
Depends. When we win, I want to stay in football. When we lose, I want to quit. But I don't know. Maybe manager or maybe something else.
Here?
Here in England, yeah. Yeah, I will stay. I will stay in England. I will stay for my children because now they are at school here and they got all their friends here and they are very happy here. And we are too now, so we stay here.
Eric, tell me, away from playing football in England, what do you do? How do you? We relax watching you play football. How do you relax?
I relax to listen you on TV on Match of the Day. No, I don't know. I'm with my family and I am happy with my family. See my children growing up and just need a lot of things.
Your older boy is, I think he's a football fan, yes?
Yeah. Man United fan.
Of course. But is he a fan of his dad or somebody else in the team?
I think the children like to be goalkeeper or scoring goals. When he's goalkeeper, his idol is Peter Schmeichel for a long time now. I think 3 or 4 years. He was very young. He was 4. It was young to have an idol, I think. But it was him, more than me. But when he wants to score goals, speak about me.
Yeah.
But I'm not. I'm just his friend. I want my son to be a friend. Just, I love him. I love him, I love my daughter, I love my family. Just as a friend.
At the time, your life was under the spotlight very much, and you were being criticized for those activities we spoke about earlier. How did your wife cope with that? How did your wife really? The children would have been too young. How did your wife put up with this and cope with this inspection, minute inspection into your life?
She was pregnant at the time, so it was. But even for my children, for my son, it was difficult. He was 7 and at school, I think the children are more cruel than the men. So, but we spoke to him very much, and
And at that time, your wife was able to cope with it, and
even at that time, just think about something else. I'm a football player. I was banned, so I wasn't allowed to play football. So we thought about something else, and we found something else to be happy.
But you've come through it, and as you say, it's changed you for the better in many ways.
No, not really. Not really. No.
But your attitude on the field and your play and the fact that
I just do now what I enjoy to do. If I change, like I said to you, just because I try to live in harmony with myself. So now the harmony with myself, it's maybe the way I play. But before it was something else. And maybe in the future that will be something else. But just try to be in harmony with my body, with my mind, at the moment that's this one.
Can I ask you finally about your relationship with the Manchester United fans? They absolutely idolize you. How do you feel about them?
It's what can I say? I respect them very much. I love them. But last season, for 8 months, I never stopped to sing, even 15 seconds in a game, but they thought about it. I will never forget it, never. And I will try to give them the pleasure they need to receive every time.
And for 2 more years.
For 2 more years, maybe longer, or maybe shorter. We never know in life. Yeah, but I'm very, very, very happy.
Thank you for doing the interview with us.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
That was Eric talking this week, perhaps a little different from how you imagined him to be. I don't know. Certainly was as far as I was concerned. Now we're moving